Okay, well, welcome on in, everyone. This is going to be a little bit of a more serious video. Um, I kind of just want to make this video because I wanted to get some things off my chest. So, for those of you who don't know, I am a huge Star Wars fan. I have loved these films for as long as I have basically been breathing. I watched the OT, the original trilogy, as a kid. Watched the prequels, and I was a kid, and I have loved every minute of Star Wars growing up. However, there have been some things that have been going on in the Star Wars community which I think needs to be talked about. I apologize, I'm just getting over COVID. So, one of the things that I want to talk about here is the new Kenobi show. Now, first things first, I've yet to watch the Kenobi series. I'm going to just put that out there. I've yet to watch it. I've yet to see it. However, this is not a conversation about whether or not the Kenobi series is good. This is not a conversation about whether or not the Kenobi series is bad. This conversation that I want to have right now is the controversy that has come about with the actress that plays Reva, the third sister in the new Kenobi series, and Disney's and the fans' response to her. So, just for some background, the Reva controversy, or the third sister controversy, as I'll call it, started about basically the first two episodes of Kenobi. There was a lot of criticism of her character, of the way that the actress Moses Ingram, is acting. There were a lot of criticisms. However, there was a great deal of legitimately racist and derogatory comments that were sent her way via DMs over social media like Twitter. Like I said, I haven't watched the series yet. However, there is a principle that needs to be talked about here, and that is that the Star Wars fandom, and I'm not saying, for the record, I'm not saying all, because I would consider myself in there, but there is, I think, a great many people within this fandom which I think act terribly. And this shit needs to get talked about a little bit more. Let's make something very clear. If you attack an actor or an actress, when I say attack, I mean bullying, I mean harassment, I mean death threats, I mean going after their race, going after their gender. You do this shit, you are scum. I want to make that clear. You are a bad person if you go after these actors and actresses. And for some reason, we can't figure this out at all. And it bothers me because I love Star Wars. I love the community of Star Wars. But goddamn, can we not seem to get this right? We didn't learn from Jake Lloyd, where you bullied a child, okay? And his life went off the deep end because of this, okay? You didn't learn it with Ahmed Best, who played Jar Jar, who nearly killed himself over this kind of stuff, okay? You didn't learn it with Hayden Christensen, who went off to be a farmer because he didn't want to deal with the bullshit that people decided to throw his way because they didn't think it went down properly. And they didn't think that he did a good job. First of all, you have no idea what you're talking about, but that's beside the point. You didn't learn it with the sequels, with John Boyega, who received legitimately racist comments when he was cast and when he was revealed as Finn. You didn't learn it with Kelly Marie Tran, who was bullied off of social media because of this kind of stuff. You didn't learn it with Daisy Ridley. When is this going to stop? When is this going to stop? Now, I want to make it clear, honest criticism of a movie or a TV show or a comic is perfectly reasonable. It is reasonable to have issues with things that you don't necessarily like. Okay? I was someone who did not like the sequel trilogy. I've been very vocal about that on streams that I've done, in conversations with friends of mine, and online. I have voiced my criticism of the sequel trilogy. There is nothing wrong with principled criticism of the way that a character is portrayed. You can criticize things that directors, producers, writers, it's okay to criticize the decisions that they make. But to go after these people is wrong. And I don't understand why we can't figure this out yet. If you want to say, and like I said, I haven't seen the Kenobi series yet. However, if you want to criticize the direction that they're taking the third sister, that's fine. You want to criticize the way that they possibly have decanonized certain things with some of the decisions that they've done so far in the series, that's fine. But if you attack these people as people, then you are in the wrong. Now, I feel like I've done enough here about talking about the fandom. Now I want to talk about Disney. So, Disney put out a tweet basically criticizing, rightfully or wrongfully, criticizing certain elements of the fandom for legitimately racist comments that were sent towards Moses Ingram, the actress who plays Reva, the third sister in the Kenobi show. Now, I've seen some of the comments that have been made, that have been released by Disney, or I guess by Moses, who sent them to Disney and things like that. And I'll say that there are legitimately racist comments that are being directed to her. However, Disney, as a company, as an institution, does not have a leg to stand on this issue. If individuals like Ewan McGregor, who put up a post going after some Star Wars fans who were acting racist, if you want to have individuals go after those people and come out in defense of Moses Ingram, that's fine. But Disney, as a corporation, does not have a leg to stand on when criticizing racist behavior. You cannot make the business, for whatever reason, whether it's financial or whatever, which I'm hoping it's financial, because the other side of that is far worse, that when you put out posters for your films in China and you take black people off of your posters because of how unbelievably racist the Chinese government is, and you do it for a payout, you do not get to criticize about racism. When you minimize the roles of women and black people and things like that in China so that you can keep your financial payout, you do not get to criticize the rest of the fan base for doing this shit. I mean, technically you can, but you are a hypocrite. I'm not saying that individuals in Disney can't come out and criticize terrible behavior. But what you don't get to do is, as a company, go film places where there are Muslim concentration camps or re-education facilities, if that's how you want to deal with this, and then talk about the inequitable and unequal treatment of people based on skin color. You do not get to do that. I'm sorry. I'm sure, and possibly in this video might get absolutely obliterated people who disagree with me. That's fine. All I ask is that if people are going to leave a comment on this video, you do so respectfully. And if you are going to criticize this, that's fine. But make sure it's actual criticism. Not, dumb personal attacks. But this has got to stop. This all has to stop. Because not only are you a shitty person for attacking these actors and actresses for just doing their jobs, but you are going to push other people, other really awesome actors and actresses, from ever wanting anything to do with this community or these projects because they don't want the backlash. And it's got to stop. It's got to knock it off. The fans have got to do better. And Disney, for the love of God, get some self-awareness. Please, for the love of God, get some self-awareness. And I'm not saying if Disney wants to go ahead and keep pulling the shit that they've been doing in China, I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm saying you shouldn't do that. But if you want to do it to make a buck, I guess that's your prerogative. But then keep your mouth shut, because then you become a hypocrite. And there is nothing that I cannot stand more than hypocrites and people who will not act according to their principles. If your principle is people should not be racist, I am 100% with you. But then you can't pull this shit in China. You cannot. And if you want to pull that shit in China, then you lose the leg to stand on when you criticize the Star Wars fan base. I think that's everything that I wanted to say on this topic. I will hopefully be doing some more movie reviews, as well as I do want to get around to watching the Kenobi series, so I'm making some videos on that when I do eventually get to see them. Not reviewing them, but kind of just giving my thoughts and, see what's what. And I'll probably end up talking about this topic again when we get to talking about Reva and the third sister. So, but yeah, on that note, I'm going to get out of here, guys. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And let's remember, we love Star Wars. We love these stories. So let's act like it.